Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna be teaching you how to make thumbnails like these, and it's super simple. You just need to put in a little effort. I'm gonna be using Adobe Photoshop, which I think most of you all will be using, so I'm gonna be using that software. And I think without further ado we can get started, so let's get into it. Okay, so first what we need is agent. For this instance I'm going to be choosing Jet, and I really like the vibe of this picture, so I'm going to be using this for the thumbnail. Yeah, we're going to be using these thumbnails for streams, or you can be using it for a video, so I'm just going to download it. All I searched up was Jet PNG art, and you can do this for any agent and just put Valorant if you want the specific agent. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna be downloading this, and it's downloaded. So I'm gonna be yeah, I am gonna be using a canvas size of 1920 by 1080, and yeah, this is how it's gonna be. So I'm gonna be teaching you how to make a picture PNG if it isn't. PNG is basically an image with no background. So we can use this tool. As you can see here, this is the quick selection tool, and we can select subject. Sometimes it does a good job. If it doesn't, yeah, so it's almost doing a good job. So if it doesn't do a perfect job, we still can, tweak it a little bit here and there. Yeah, so we can select this part because we need this part as well. And then this is fine. These edges, the hairs kind of get a little messy, but it's all right. We can remove the parts which we actually don't want and stuff like that. This you don't have to do this if a picture is actually a PNG already. I'll show you an example of that as well. Just give me one sec. So I'm gonna be trying to select this off, and yeah, it's doing a decent job. We can eliminate this part. We can spend even more time, but I'm just doing a quick job here so that the thumbnail gets done. Okay, so this is a decent job. So now I Control C and Control V it, so it creates a copy, and I copy it and paste it. And this is a PNG picture already, which we have with no background, and this looks pretty decent, I guess. Yep. So it's looking really good here. Let me give you an example of a PNG picture which is already a PNG, so you don't have to do all the work. So this is already a PNG picture. I can just save it, and then one sec, drag it in folder. Yep, and drag it here. So this is already a PNG picture, but we won't be using this. We're gonna be using the other one, so I'm just gonna delete it. Yeah, so this is the picture we already have. So now it's time to start putting text. So I'm going for the vibe of this picture here. This is Viper, and I'm just gonna be making it for my stream, so it says I am live, with another layer of text and some electrical effects. And this is a dragon which is there behind. It's kind of like my channel thing, so I'm using it. And this is Haven with some color grade, I guess. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna go for. Let's make the picture a little more big. Maybe even, I think this is perfect. Yeah, we're gonna go for this, and I'm gonna add a little shadow. To add a shadow, you just need to click on the layer and this FX tool, drop shadow, and then you can play around with the settings as much as you like, and how much the depth of the shadow. It's all up to you guys, so play around with it and go for your effect that you like. I'm gonna go with this, a little bit of shadow. Okay, so yeah, to find a background, you can just search up Valorant maps art, and you'll find a lot of them. Like so you can download any one of these, but I'm gonna go for this one, I guess. This one looks really good, so I'm gonna go for this. Save as, save, done, saved. Okay, and just drag it to Photoshop, place it, and blend it a bit, and place it however you like, whichever part of the image you like, and then drag it down. So this, it pulls the what can you say? So this helps you to have something in the background which is going for. I'll tell you how to color grade and stuff about that later. Now we'll just add the text. Like I'm live or whatever your name, your channel's name or whatever. So I'm just gonna put live. Okay, so let me just drag it so you can see. So yeah, this is the Valorant text, but I prefer to use some other stuff which is decent. No, this is too thick. That's what she said. Let's move on. It takes some time to choose the font you like, so I think I'm gonna go for this. Maybe italic. Okay, and you can make it bigger if you want and space it out a little bit and stuff like that. Okay, so this you can make it like, yeah, this way. So yeah, this is getting an effect of it under this layer, so you have to put it in the second layer behind the main subject here. So this is how you're gonna do it to get this effect of, you know, this being the before layer and that after. So this, if you want, I'm gonna put it to white and I'm gonna make the fill to 0. Wait, okay, so first you're gonna make a stroke so that it gets a outline of the text itself. Okay, this is the stroke. Now when I make the fill to 0, it's only having a you know, the outline and the text itself is vanished. So this is how many people get the effect. And now we're gonna write the same thing again. You can write it again, or you can do Control C, Control V. The text appears here. And now what we're gonna do is make sure this is a little more bigger. That's Control T, by the way. What I did is click on the layer and press Control T, so you can resize it how much ever you want to. We can make that and click. Now we're gonna drag this layer below this, and now maybe fill this up. You can play around with it. I'm not really going in detail of what effect you want, but I'm really liking the, you know, dual text effect. So now what we can do is maybe we need the layer here and make this a little smaller and spread it out a little bit. Okay, so I think this is fine and this look perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go for some blue text because Jet's main theme is blue and white. Okay, now for the background, let's play around with the background a little bit. So click on the background, and then first thing you're going to do is click on the circle button and you'll get a gradient map. Okay, so you're going to use the gradient map to whichever color you want. For this I might use a shade of blue and maybe white. Yep. Okay, so one sec, and we're gonna make the white a little more. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is select color range. Okay, so this effect, it might sound, it might look a little shabby, but if you get it right, it will look really amazing. You can either do this, or you can just, you know, just gradient map it and just leave it at there. Okay, let me just okay, this really isn't working out for this image, but it usually works out for a lot of them. So let's cancel this, and opacity. Okay, let's actually switch it up. Let's make this white and this blue. Let's see how it feels. Oh yeah, this is way more better. Yeah, so this is way more better. I feel, you know, it kind of fits the Jet theme a lot more. Okay, so wait a sec. Yep, yeah, this is way better. Okay, so now that the background is also yellow, or sorry, white, I feel, you know, we got to change the text color a bit, you know, to pop, make it pop. So I'm gonna go for the color black for the, oh okay, stroke. Okay, we're gonna change the stroke for this one to black. Okay, and now this color, what do we go for? White does stand out. I think blue. I think white is perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go for white here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, so now that we have almost got the background done and the text done, we can add a circle, which you can find here, and you can make it red so that shows that you're live. It makes the image pop a little bit and stand out. And this is the live circle here. You can add a text and say that you're live as well. Excuse me. Live. Okay. We're gonna reduce the font size a bit. Okay, and put it here. Right next to it, put red. And yeah, I think we are done here. I'm gonna add a shadow so that it will look better. Yeah. Okay, so and size, you're gonna reduce it, and same thing for live. Yep, looks way better now. Okay, so now we're gonna play around with the main subject a bit. Click on it again, gradient map. You guys can slow the video down if you're feeling like I'm going a little fast. You can slow the video down and get what I'm actually trying to do here. So we're gonna go for a full blue, and then same thing, select color range, play around with her skin tones or whatever you like. Okay, so reduce the fuzz, like reduce the intensity of whatever you're doing, and I think it can look really great if you get things right. You just need to this is not a specific trick. You just need to click around the subject itself and then find an area which you actually like. It gets a good contrast. So this has a good contrast here, with a little bit of blues here and there. So I really like this effect. Or I can just keep playing around until I find the best effect possible, and then just go with it. So this is a lot, so I'm just gonna reduce it a bit. Okay, we're just gonna be playing. Oh, I found this pretty decent. What about, okay, no. Yeah, this gives a pretty decent feel. You can go and play around with this as much as possible, but I'm just gonna for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna make it a little bit quicker, I guess. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, so we're gonna go with this, and so this is how you make a thumbnail. It was pretty easy. Let me just check the total time I took to make this. I think I took 13 minutes to make this thumbnail, and with a little bit of practice you can also do it around 15 minutes for a thumbnail. That's not much of a time, and then you can use it for how many times you want. So I think this is pretty decent. You can even spice it up a little bit by adding effects to it, like let me just give you a quick example of what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a electrical effect or something which I can add in the background to make the image pop. So check this out. Okay, let me click this. Now let me drag it behind the subject itself, and I have much of these lightning effects which I can keep adding to spice the image up. You can resize it and play around with it a little bit. Yep. Okay, so yeah, here. And few more maybe. Yeah, this looks good. I think the color of this is not matching with these, so I'm just gonna replace this, delete this, and add a bunch of these, a little bit of here as well. It just adds an extra layer to the image itself and makes it more attractive. So these are the things which you can do to spice up your thumbnail and make it stand out of the normal. And I can add effects on the text itself and make it more better. So you can make the thumbnail as simple as possible, while at the same time you can spice it up better. I can add even shadows for these lightning bolts. Let me just show you. This kind of looks shitty. Let me reduce the distances. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna do this. You can do it for all of them. just to make it more, equal. I'm just gonna do this quick. Just keep clicking. Sorry, my bad. Drop shadow, and one more drop shadow. You can make this so that it can go under the text effect or above it. It's up to you. So this is under and one goes above. This looks really nice, and I think we're pretty much done. And then whatever logo you have, you can add, or I'm just gonna be adding a dragon in the back. That's because that's my signature whatever, I guess, symbol. So I'm just gonna, you can place it wherever you like. So maybe, and one more thing I can tell you, to make it not stand out so much, you can okay, so we got it here right now. Okay, I'm just gonna place it under both lives because I don't want to stand out. Okay, and now we can add a color overlay, makes it white, or you can add it to a whatever color you want. It's up to you. Yeah, so this doesn't stand out, but it's there. And finally, if you want, I add this sometimes, I don't add it sometimes. This is a particle effect. Let me find a better one. So it just gives the background a little bit of oomph, if you can say. I'm gonna make it white so that it doesn't stand out that much. Yep. And Control C, Control V, Control T, drag it to this side as well so that it is perfectly spread. So this is what you can make, guys. If you spend around, how much minutes did I spend? 17 minutes. You can make this in half an hour, I think. If you just spend a little more time, tweaking out whatever character you want and stuff. It has simple basic effects like a text effect, subject, a gradient background, and the live. I'm sorry, I forgot to add the one second. I forgot to add the shadow effect on I'm live. So let me just do that real quick, and I'm telling you, it makes a hell of a lot of difference. Check this out. It makes the text pop, and it makes it, something different from the background. So I really like this, what I've done with it. So I'll just show you the end effect after I render it out. So to render it out, file, export as, and takes a minute. Doesn't usually take that much, but yeah. Okay, so here you can play around with what you want. Okay, so this, you don't need to render it out in a PNG unless you don't want a background. We want everything here. The JPEG is fine. Here you can up the scale quality, but it doesn't improve the image. It just makes it more, bigger and stuff. So I wouldn't suggest you to do anything here unless until you want to play around with the width and height. I'm just gonna export it and show you the end effect. So name it whatever you want, jet, and save. So let me just show you the end effect. One second, let me find it. And here it is. This is what you're gonna get, guys. So it looks really good. Sorry, my bad. So this looks really good for something which you took 30 minutes to make, and you can use it for maybe the rest of your life while streaming. Or you can make it, or just remove the live button and add whatever text you want. You can make it for your videos. And so I think I was pretty quick while explaining to you what I did, but you can slow down and actually take your time and know what I did to achieve this effect. Didn't really use much. Let me just sum it up all for you. I just used a subject which was a PNG, which is not a PNG. I showed you how to make it a PNG, which is very easy, and then dragged it to the main image, then used it and added some text effects, the background, played with the gradients, and we did a lot of stuff in about 20 minutes. So hopefully you understood how to make thumbnails. If you want me to improve in any aspect, please leave a comment down below. With that said, I think if you enjoyed the video, guys, please do drop a like and subscribe. I want to do more videos like this where I teach you how to make thumbnails, maybe even live stream me doing it. So if you actually enjoyed, please do drop a like, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.